Hey everyone, welcome to Workout with Rain. I'm Rain.
And I'm Joy. We are so excited because today we're jumping right into an explainer that is honestly a total game changer for women's health and longevity.
Exactly. We are talking about why lifting weights is quite literally the ultimate empowering hack for your body. And listen, if you are a busy working woman trying to balance a million things right now, this is exactly the foundation you need to keep going strong. So let's get right into it.
Okay, Rain, I have to confess something right out of the gate. For the longest time, I completely avoided the weights section. I just stuck to the treadmills and the ellipticals because, well, I was terrified of getting bulky. Have you guys out there felt that way too? Because I know I'm not alone in this.
Oh, it is without a doubt the most common concern I hear. So many women think grabbing anything heavier than a 2-pound pink dumbbell is going to instantly turn them into a massive bodybuilder. Well, we are going to break down exactly why that is a total myth. So a huge, warm welcome to anyone who's been feeling hesitant to pick up those weights.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to systematically shatter these myths and rebuild our approach to lifelong strength. We'll cover 1. The bulky myth. 2. Beyond the scale. 3. Shielding your bones. 4. Fighting muscle loss. 5. Everyday strength. And finally, 6. Your future investment.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the bulky myth, separating fact from fiction. It's time to tackle the absolute biggest roadblock holding women back.
So here is the biological reality. It is extremely difficult for women to build large, bulky amounts of muscle. And why is that? It's simply because we naturally produce significantly less testosterone than men do.
Wait, so biologically speaking, our muscle growth happens much more slowly and to a much smaller degree than it does for a man?
Precisely. It's like having a biological speed limit. You simply do not have the hormonal profile to accidentally wake up looking huge. Honestly, it takes years and years of very specific, intense training and strict eating to look like a bodybuilder.
So, the crucial takeaway here is that lifting weights actually makes you stronger, leaner, and more defined, rather than big and bulky, right?
Exactly, Joy. Consistent lifting develops beautiful shape, not excessive size. It's what creates that toned, athletic look that so many women are actually aiming for when they spend hours doing endless cardio.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, Beyond the Scale, a new way to measure success. We really need to shift our focus entirely away from stressing over numbers.
You know, it is such an empowering mental shift. Moving away from that old focus of obsessing over the scale or tracking every single calorie you burn, to a totally new focus where you're celebrating how much heavier you can lift and just how much stronger you feel.
It really is liberating. That old focus just keeps you trapped in aesthetic worry. But the new focus changes your mindset completely. It's about lifting heavier, moving better, and feeling powerful. It is infinitely more rewarding to focus on what your incredible body can actually do rather than just what it weighs.
Plus, this new focus actually builds your metabolism. Think of building that cute, compact muscle like upgrading your body's internal engine. It actively influences how much energy your body uses every single day, even when you're just sitting around.
So it's not just about burning calories in the exact moment you're working out, like you do on a treadmill. It's more about preserving our muscle while we diet, which supports a much healthier overall body composition over time.
Hit the nail on the head. It makes your body more metabolically active long-term, which is a massive, massive win for women.
Let's move on to Section 3, shielding your bones, building skeletal armor. This is where we introduce the crucial concept of how exercise physically protects us as we age.
Now, this is something I literally never thought about. I always just pictured bones as these static, hard structures inside of us that never change.
You know, most people do, but it's a completely fascinating biological fact. Your bones are actually living, active tissue, and they physically get stronger when we challenge them. They respond to resistance exercise exactly the same way your muscles do.
Let's quickly detail the science here. When you lift weights, the mechanical stress actually acts as a signal. It tells your bones, hey, we need to fortify ourselves. We need to become dense and healthy.
And this is absolutely vital for us women, right? Because our bone density naturally declines as we age, which really increases the risk of osteoporosis. So strength training is basically serving as the perfect armor against those future fractures.
You nailed it. It slows down that natural density decline incredibly well. It's your best defense.
And that ties right into Section 4, Fighting Muscle Loss, the Science of Aging. Let's look at the realities of getting older and how we can proactively fight back. Okay, we need to talk about a specific term here, sarcopenia.
Sarcopenia is the natural process where our muscle mass declines as we get older.
And if we don't do any kind of resistance training, this muscle loss just accelerates rapidly?
Exactly. If you're skipping the weights, you are actually accelerating this natural decline. But the amazing news is, it is highly preventable.
So, the crucial point we're making is that maintaining your muscle is your absolute best defense for staying balanced, mobile, and joyful as the years go by.
Spot on, Joy. It's not just about looking good in your 30s or 40s. It's about ensuring that you can still travel, play with your kids or your grandkids, and just live life on your own terms decades from now, without having to rely on anyone else.
Let's shift gears to Section 5, Everyday Strength, Power for Daily Life. Because we really want to see how all this amazing gym science translates into real-world superpowers for busy women.
Think about how this functional strength just turns everyday chores into effortless tasks. We're talking about carrying all the heavy groceries in one trip, lifting your luggage into the overhead bin without asking for help, climbing flights of stairs without panting, and honestly, just getting up from the floor easily.
Yes, I love calling these everyday level ups. It gives you total independence. The stronger you are, the more capable your body remains for the actual realities of daily life. You're not just building gym strength, you're building power for the real world.
Let's bring it all together in Section 6, Your Future Investment, the Beginner Blueprint. We are going to look at actionable, super simple steps you could start taking right now.
Listen, if you are a busy working woman with barely any time to breathe, let alone make it to a crowded gym, you do not need complicated routines. You can build a completely non-intimidating foundation right at home with these basic movement patterns: squats, hip hinges, rows, push exercises, and pull exercises.
So we just need to focus on learning these basic movements, maybe starting with our own body weight or just some light dumbbells in the living room, and just aim to get slightly stronger over time? Is it really that accessible?
Absolutely. It's all about simplicity and effectiveness. You literally don't need a massive, expensive gym setup to see incredible results.
And I want to remind everyone right now, with a very warm and encouraging truth, consistency matters so much more than perfection.
Oh, that takes so much pressure off. We don't have to train perfectly for an hour every single day. Just showing up consistently, even for a quick 20-minute session between meetings, is where the real magic happens.
Always remember this quote: strength training isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming a stronger version of yourself. I absolutely love that. That completely summarizes the true uplifting purpose of lifting weights. It's not a punishment, and it's not just about weight loss. It is a genuine investment in your health, your longevity, and your everyday happiness. So, we want to leave you with this one question. Are you ready to make your first physical investment in your future self today?
We really hope you're feeling motivated, confident, and ready to go pick up that very first set of weights. You've completely got this.
Your future self is going to thank you so much for starting today. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and hey, don't forget to subscribe to Workout with Rain for more evidence-based fitness content. We'll see you next time.